Welcome back to the fourth installment of the Flare Community podcast series, where I dive deep into all things Flare Network. As many of you know, if you comment below with a topic and I pick it for the next podcast episode, I will give you 10 XRP. Unfortunately, no one suggested F assets as a topic, and I feel this is a very logical progression to the podcast series. So for this episode, I will be selecting a random comment from the previous podcast episode. Good luck to all those who commented with a suggestion. Let's do this. And there we have it. Anna coexists crypto. Congratulations. Drop me a message on Twitter and I will get that XRP to you right away. F assets. What are they, and how can they make you a passive income? Well, an F asset represents an asset which has been minted on the Flare network. For example, you unlock smart contract functionality for XRP by using it to mint FXRP. This applies to all integrated assets on the Flare network. LTC to FLTC, Doge to FDoge, XLM to FXLM, and who knows what else in the future. Instead of having an asset which can only be used to transfer value, you can use the Flare network to transform it into a smart contract compatible asset, unlocking the ability to use it in various decentralized applications. A unique property of the Flare network is the ability to issue these F assets in a trustless manner. Often overlooked, I believe this is just one of the main reasons why the Flare network is far ahead of its competitors. Users can create and redeem F assets in a risk-free way due to how the Flare network collateralizes the underlying asset with Spark, the Flare network's native asset. So why would anyone hold F assets? Why not just hold the real thing? You may have frequently heard the phrase unlocking value when people talk about the Flare network. That's because the Flare network can open a new world of possibilities for assets which can currently only transfer value. Imagine being able to provide liquidity using an asset in a risk-free manner in return for an annual yield. Well, as many of you know, Flare Finance are building a suite of decentralized applications which will unlock this functionality, not just for XRP, but for all current and future assets integrated on Flare. Gaining access to these decentralized applications, or dApps as they are commonly known, is not the only advantage of holding F assets. In fact, simply holding an F asset on the Flare network will generate you a passive income. One of the ways the Flare network team have chosen to distribute the Spark token is to use it to incentivize those who interact with the network. When you hold any F asset, you are eligible to receive Spark paid daily from the reward pool. So what is a reward pool? Well, the reward pool can be considered a war chest of Spark tokens used to accelerate adoption and participation in the network. There are actually two different reward pools, the general reward pool and the Litecoin specific reward pool. The Litecoin reward pool consists of 5 billion Spark, paid only to those who are holding FLTC. The general reward pool is much larger, expected to hold somewhere close to 20 billion Spark. This general reward pool will be distributed to holders of all other F assets integrated on the Flare network, excluding Litecoin. So that is currently XRP, Dogecoin, and XLM. The general reward pool will be bolstered with additional unclaimed Spark, which is why the 20 billion figure is a rough estimate. The final total for this reward pool will be available after the deadline for XRP holders to claim Spark has passed. That's the 11th of June 2021. If you held XRP at the time of the snapshot, that's the 12th of the 12th, 2020, it's not too late to claim your Spark tokens. Check the link above for more details. So just the simple act of holding an F asset will give you a passive income source with zero risk. Do you think that this might be a popular trend moving forwards? I certainly do. Instead of giving custody to a centralized entity in exchange for a yearly return, you can instead hold the asset in your own wallet and get paid for the privilege. It makes you question why anyone would choose to hold the underlying asset instead of the F asset equivalent. Let's take an example. What would you rather do? Hold Litecoin, which you can transfer from one person to another, or convert it to FLTC and get paid Spark for holding it in your own wallet and also have access to various decentralized finance applications, such as those being built by Flare Finance? I know what I'm going to do. Now, let us consider the fact that Spark has to be provided as collateral to mint F assets. As demand for F assets increases, so does the demand for the Spark token. And with higher demand comes a higher price. Some people may dislike an asset integrated with the Flare network. The truth is, you should welcome any F asset. As a holder of the Spark token, it is only advantageous for you. I want to highlight the gigantic scope of the Flare network. Now let us just assume many people wanted to convert XRP into FXRP, and let us entertain the idea of 40% of XRP were to be converted. Now, for that to happen, with the current collateral ratio set at 2.5 times the value of the underlying asset, there would have to be 100% of XRP's market cap locked up in Spark tokens. That means the market cap of Spark would have to be at least the same market cap of XRP just to mint 40% of XRP into FXRP. Now consider the fact that XRP is not the only integrated F asset. Imagine if a portion of all Litecoin, Dogecoin, and XLM were to be held as F assets on the Flare network too. I hope you are coming to realize the enormity of the Flare network. It is going to be a behemoth. In order to accommodate a large amount of F assets on the Flare network, there are two options. The price of Spark has to be sufficient to provide the collateral to suit the demand, or the holders of Spark have to vote to reduce the collateral ratio. I would like to leave you with that thought. Big things are coming. The demand for Spark will increase as more assets are integrated. Welcome new communities with open arms and celebrate the fact that with each new asset comes new demand, which will eventually translate into a higher Spark price. That's all I have for you for this episode. Please comment below with any suggestions you have for the next episode, and until next time, I'm out.